All right. Let us get our chat going here because I need to see that. And we're testing our microphone. I think it all sounds good. There we go. We got our loop back. Everything seems pretty great. Here we go. So tonight we are starting. Let's put it this way. I start lots of projects. Tonight we are starting the 2023 WNBA season with Highlight Maker hoops. And we are using a set made by, I just had the gentleman's name and I'm forgetting his name, so let me give him credit. Made by Art Campana for Plaay Games using the how-to guide of the WNBA from the 2022 season to build the 2023 roster set or 2023 roster set, whichever one it is. I will be very honest, I don't know a lot about the WNBA, so this partially for me is a research project of sorts to get to know these teams a little bit better, understand a little bit better of what's going on inside of that league. So, this is another project to start along with all my other projects, but we've got cool little card booklets. And tonight we have 4 games on tap. They play pretty quick. This is Highlight Maker Hoops by Plaay Games, if you don't know. And this is the way that I'm handling these games is I plan on doing as played lineups. So if you don't know what as played means, it basically means you're playing through the games. I've pulled the schedule from the 2023 season, and I am planning on starting the players that started that game, firing the coaches as the coaches get fired, and only having available on the bench the players that played in that game. So I will go through each lineup. Obviously, that takes a little bit of work on my part, but we've got our lineups already pulled here for tonight. So, like I said, let us think about getting started here. So, the first thing that we need to do with the ladies is we got to roll to find out which chart we're rolling on. According to the instructions, what's this? TV. According to the instructions from Art, we're going to roll a 6-sided die to determine whether or not we're using the low or the mid-low chart. It is a 5, so we're actually going to be playing this game on the mid-low chart. I am also planning on keeping a little bit of stat keeping. This game doesn't have much of it, but I am planning on keeping track of players entering into the game when they get offensive impact points, defensive impact points, and then free throws made and attempted. Not worrying about defense or anything like that, because I'm going to try to keep track of Commissioner's Cup stuff as well. Again, I don't know a ton about WNBA, so right now I'm just pulling a schedule and going to get a handful of games under the belt so that I can see what I need to do for the rest of the way moving forward. So the first game here we have is the Connecticut Sun at the Indiana Fever. Our starting 5 for the Connecticut Sun are forward Brianna Jones, forward Alyssa Thomas, Dwana Bonner is forward guard, Tiffany Hayes guard, and Natisha Heidemann guard. Not going to worry about running through the bench of players. Again, I am going to butcher names. I'm going to do my best to make sure that I'm getting them right. A lot of these names are ones I'm seeing here for the very first time. For the Indiana Fever, we are starting Nalissa Smith at forward, Aaliyah Boston at forward/center, Victoria Vivians, Kelsey Mitchell, and Erica Wheeler. Those are our starting 5 for the Indiana Fever. The one thing I didn't do was prep my FAQ cards. So let's get them in place. I've already cut all the teams, given everybody an envelope, pulled the schedule down, and I've sorted my starters for the 4 games that are going to be played through tonight. Obviously, since I'm keeping stats of some kind, this is like my sixth or seventh game with Hoops now, so I pretty much know what I'm doing. We're going to get our first quarter underway here in just a moment. Here we go. Quarter one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I also realized I didn't write down the bench names, so I'm going to have to write their names down when I decide that they come in the game, or when the game decides they're going to come in the game. And here we go with the very first ball, I guess, if you will, from, I don't need my mouse. We can get rid of that thing. From the 2023 WNBA season by Art Campana. Here we go. Leap. Both have leap, but we got a underscore from Brianna Jones, but there's an opportunity for defense. Where did I put the dice? We already lost the dice. Here we go. And Alyssa Smith with a 4. She rolls for reach. And she has it, so that is defended. And we're going to give her, so that we're going to count that as a defensive impact point. Alyssa Smith. Anytime the hand comes up, that's what we're going to call defensive. Home player with defensive reach. Yes, blocked. I don't know how we're going to keep defensive impact points, but for now, we're going to mark off whenever they do something that prevents something from happening. So Aaliyah Boston also gets defensive impact points, but they rotate away anyway. And out to the floor comes Dewana Bonner. Ref look, and Bonner gets the foul. Here is shot number 1. That's a 7, and it's good. Bonner with a free throw. The visitors. Second shot. That's a 6. 2 for 2. And Bonner gets the Sun on the board. The fact that they're not the Suns is very strange to me. But I guess they wouldn't be. Visitor player have defensive quick. Yes, that is a turnover. That is going to be Hayes forcing the turnover, I guess. I might just go offensive impact points. We'll see. Because I'm not quite sure what I think designates defensive. Unusual. We got a 4. Any player in the visitor stack with a star. Nope. Otherwise, the home team scores, and that is an impact point for Erica Wheeler. Not Mitchell, Wheeler. And Heidemann heads away. Ref look. Equal, and it goes to the visitor. So it's going to be Brianna Jones taking the shots. That's a 7. Brianna Jones is good. And an 11. Brianna Jones. They're already at 4. Coach timeout. So Christy sides. The coach brings in Queen Egbo for the Indiana Fever. Egbo comes in. And I forget what happened. Oh, right. We roll against the coach. There we go. That's a 7. Energized. And that is a point for Egbo. And Egbo scores. Sending Alyssa Thomas out. Arc. So Egbo's got it. Nothing for Arc. So we rotate. Bump. Nothing for Bump. Visitor player with defensive reach. No. Reach? No. Home team scores. We got Melissa Smith. And snag. Underlined. That is another point for the home team, Melissa Smith. I'm going to make a house rule that every quarter I rotate out whoever was starting. So Leah Boston, Heineman, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we don't add extra. There is our 10. And at the end of Q1, I don't have a spot for a scoreboard. It's Mike. Q1, Sun, Fever. It is 4-0. 4-0 is 25 plus home nothing. 25-13. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's get our next 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And here we go. Ref look. Nobody. That goes to the home team if there is. So we're looking at a warning and 2 shots for the home team. Looking at a 10 and a 8. That's 2 for Boston. And they rotate away. Home player with defensive power. Yes, rebuffed. And I am vibrating like crazy. That is defense for Victoria Vivians. Everybody rotates. Home player with defensive reach. No. And the visitors score. So Tiffany Hayes gets the team on the board. Finally, they are moving. Home player with offensive quick. Yes, and they score. So that's Erica Wheeler. Tiffany Hayes rotates out. Bump. Nobody has bump. I don't think I'm going to see a ton of bump on some of these teams. Visitor with offensive skill. No, and it's thrown away. No, and it's thrown away. Leap. Both have leap, but Alyssa Thomas scores with the underline. Ref look. Going to the visitor. So Alyssa Thomas scores again, and she gets a free throw attempt. It's a 6, and the free throw is good. And Alyssa Thomas has to go away. And our final card is a tip. Neither team has tip. So nothing happens. So at the end of the second quarter, it is 5-2. 5 for the home team. 37 to 5 on top of whatever their number is. 5-2. Yes, 5-2. That is 28. So Connecticut finds themselves down 37-28. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we do give each team a bonus, and I need to rewrite scores here. There's no longer that. It is 6-3. 6-3. So we're looking 44 plus 2 is 46. 6-3 is a 32 plus 5, 37. All right, Connecticut still 46-37, down by 9 total points. And we are headed into the half. So let's get these rosters lined back up again. I think it's probably going to go Boston, Smith, Egbo, Vivian's, Wheeler, Mitchell. There's our starters relined up for Indiana. And then we got Brianna Jones, Alyssa Thomas, DeWanna Bonner, Tiffany Hayes, and Natisha Heidemann. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to get our 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you're just joining us, welcome. This is Highlight Maker Hoops by Plaay Games, and we are playing the first game of the 2023 WNBA season. Because why not? I like to learn about leagues that I don't know anything about, and the WNBA is a league I know almost nothing about. So here we go. Starting off the third quarter, nobody's got a highlight, so we're just looking at bump. That's Aaliyah Boston gets bump. But the question is she going to be defended by Brianna Jones? That's a 6. Spark. Does she have spark? She do not. That is points for Aaliyah Boston. Yeah, there we go. And then Brianna Jones goes away. So Aaliyah Boston's got the momentum. Home player with offensive power. No. Boxed out and misses. See, I'm not doing defensive impact points. I don't know how they work. I can't figure out how to score them, so we're just going to keep track of who scores points. And that's how we're going to determine who goes to the All-Star game. So Boston goes away. Was it Thomas goes away? And here comes Bonner and Smith up the floor. Home player with defensive smart. Yes. Forced miss. And nothing happens again. Big. Queen Egbo's got big. She's making an impact in off the bench. And Tiffany Hayes circles out. Home player with offensive smart. No, and it is thrown away. Visitor player with defensive spark. Spark at 6. That's a no, and the home team scores. That is Victoria Vivian's putting up points. Brianna Jones shuffles out. Referee look at home, and that is Victoria Vivian's scoring again. And the free throw shot is an 8. And it's good. Home for Vivian. And they go away as a result of the free throws. Coach, we got a timeout. So Stephanie White is calling in Rebecca Allen. Next fact goes away. We roll against the coach. It is a 7. Energized, and Rebecca Allen gets one on the board. We need to write her in. Allen gets herself an impact point. And Wheeler goes away. Home player with all offensive skill. Yes, and scores. So that is Kelsey Mitchell puts one up. And this is a drubbing already. Here at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here at the end of the third quarter, we are looking at an 11-4. 77 plus 3 is 80. To 4, it's 11-4. 11-4. 49 plus 5. 54. All right, how about that? So heading into the third or the fourth quarter is 80-54 Indiana. Connecticut's got to do something. I don't even know that they can come back, but actually it looks like they cannot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is too far for Indiana to even come back, but they have to play out the entire game. Here's our final 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here we go. Unusual. That's an 8. Trailing team. Active player sparks rally moves 1 space, 2 spaces if it's doubles. It's not. And that is free points for Dewana Bonner. Aaliyah Boston shuffles out. Welcome to the Sports Simulation Spectator, where we're playing the WNBA on Highlight Maker Hoops. This is the Connecticut Sun versus the Indiana Fever. The visitor player with defensive smart. Yes, and it's underlined in the visitor's score. So Dewana Bonner puts another board or point on the board, sending Indiana Fever. The fans have all left, but they have to play out the rest of the game. So both teams have pick. I guess the influence is over there, but pick goes to home squad. Queen Egbo with her 3rd impact point off the bench. And Tiffany Hayes shuffles in. We got another push. Push on both sides, but this one goes to the visitor. And that is Tiffany Hayes. That puts her at 7 points, and Queen Egbo gives up the points. That's what we're saying, at least. Visitor player with defensive spark. Yes, and it is stolen. So they rotate out. Ref look at the visitor, Natasha Heidemann, and 1, and Heidemann gets a free throw shot. That is an 11, and the free throw is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 3. And Heidemann, even though she's got almost nothing on her card, still makes a bit of an impact. Wow, we are looking at double wows, but Kelsey Mitchell is underlined, and that is Kelsey Mitchell from outside. Oh, no. See, there's a good thing I've been keeping track on this piece of paper. We're looking at 6 for the visitors and 3 for the home team. Brianna Jones heads out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're good. Visitor player with defensive skill, no. Home team scores. That is a Kelsey Mitchell point. And Kelsey Mitchell gets to stay. We're down to the last 2 cards, I believe. 1, push. Kelsey Mitchell hits another shot. Woo-wee! Rebecca Allen shuffles out. And the final play is a pick. And Dewana Bonner makes the play. Kelsey Mitchell shuffles out to finish, but that is the end of this annihilation. The final score is 15-7. So 15 is 7 plus 3, 110 for Indiana Fever, and 7 for Connecticut. What is it? What'd I say? 15 to 7. 75 plus 6, 81. 110 to 81 is the final score of the first game of this season. Let's take a look. I'm curious. Where'd my mouse go? Over here? This right here. In real life, the Connecticut Sun beat the Indiana Fever 70-61. So we're already rewriting history. Already rewriting history. In just a moment, we are going to start game number 2. All right, here we go. Game number 2. Let's clean up the Connecticut Sun. Their fun little card. And Indiana Fever. So these games are complete. Game number 2. Phoenix versus LA. Our Phoenix starting lineup, coached by Vanessa Nygaard, is Michaela Onyenware, Brianna Turner, Diana Taurasi. I know who she is. I know who Brianna Turner is. Mariah Jefferson. And Brittany Griner. I know who she is too. There we go. There are our starting 5 for Phoenix. And our starting 5 for the Los Angeles Sparks. I apologize for the names. Chine Ogumike. That's what we're going with. Lexi Brown. Jordan Canada. Nika Ogumike. I'm assuming that they're related. And our final starter is Lycia Clarendon. Here we go. Here's our bench. Here's our 5 starters. Let's get them in the right order. We're going with Nika Ogumike as our number 1. Our number 2 is Jordan Canada. 3 is Clarendon, Chine Ogumike, and Lexi Brown. And we got Brittany Griner starting at number 1, Diana Taurasi, Brianna Turner, Mariah Jefferson, Michaela Onyenware. Reset our board. Boom. Reset this. Oh, let's roll to figure out what size chart we're on. It's a 5, so we're staying on mid-low again. Staying on mid-low. And let's get ourselves all shuffled up. Hopefully we'll get some more bench play in this game. It is amazing how quickly this game plays. All right. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here we go. There's our bench. We got our mid-low scoring. And we are ready to roll. So we got impact points, free throws, and free throws attempted. Impact points. Free throws and free throws attempted. For my rudimentary scorekeeping. I have a big book that I'm going to end up using, but for now, this is going to work. Here we go. And tip-off. Home player with offensive power. Offensive power, yes. Ogumike takes Brittany Griner to the hoop. This is Nika. Got to make sure that I get the right sister. And Brittany Griner heads to the back. Tarasi. Snag. Ogumike has snag again. Oh, but we need a roll to see if defense. The roll is a 3, which is power, and Tarasi does not have it. And the Sparks are off to the races. Tip. Brianna Turner is the only one with tip. Ogumike. Oh, well, no, we have to roll for defense. I keep doing that. It's a 3. 3 have power? Yes, that means it's defended. And Turner is blocked. Nobody gets a point there. Mariah Jefferson. Jordan, Canada. Here we go. Pick. And Jordan, Canada has pick. And Canada gets to stay on the court. All right, momentum's with Canada. Does she have bump? No, so we got to rotate. Ref look to the visitor. Oyenware gets 2 free throws. That is a 6. Oyenware gets 1. And that's an 11. Hits them both. 2 free throws. And there is no boost. Unusual. That is a 6. Trailing team moves 2 spaces if it's doubles. So Brittany Griner comes up. 1, 2 impact points. And all of a sudden, Phoenix is back in this game. Visitor player have defensive smart. Yes, that is a turnover. There we go. Visitor have defensive smart. Yes, and it's underlined in the visitor's score. Tarasi puts one in. And we are tied 3-3. Home team have offensive spark. Yes, and that is a score for Nika Ogumike. Is it underlined? No. And Brianna Turner, final card of the first quarter. Bench coach, we got a timeout. Kurt Miller calls for a timeout and brings in Joyner Holmes. And the roll against the coach is an 11, which means nothing happens. So they're going to rotate out. And at the end of quarter 1, Phoenix and LA, it is 4-3. 4-3. That is a 31-29. That is much better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We already rotated. Here comes our next 10. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, quarter number 2. We got a ref look, and it goes to Nike Ogumike. Discard a fac. We got 2 shots. It's a 6, which is good, and a 7, which is good. We are good. Jordan Canada rotates in. Mariah Jefferson rotates in. We got another penalty. 2 shots goes to the home team, and it's Jordan Canada taking 2. That's a 3, which is good. And a 5, which is good. So Jordan Canada hits 2 for the home squad. Brittany Griner, Lyshia Clarendon. Does a visitor player have an offensive spark? Yes, and that is a score. Brittany Griner puts her 3rd impact point down. All right, and momentum's over here. Does she have push? Yes, she does. We got to see if Chine has smart. She does not, and that is points for Brittany Griner. That is another impact point. She's got 4 of the team's 5 points. Pick. Ooh, Lexi Brown's got it. Lexi Brown taking the pick from Brittany Griner. And it is 5-5. Home player with offensive quick? No, and it is out of bounds and turned over. We got bump on both sides. Visitor gets the bump. Brianna Turner gets that impact point back that she lost earlier. Visitor player have offensive skill? No, it is thrown away. Mariah Jefferson, Jordan Canada, and Leap. Neither has Leap, and that is where the score finishes. And we now have a new lead. It is 6-5 Phoenix. 6-5 Phoenix. It is 48 plus 2. That is 50. 6-5. It's 44 plus 4, 48. So only a 2-point difference going into the half. Let's see. We got that's going to be our lineup again. This guy goes down here. Let's reset. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's our 10. And we are starting quarter number 3. There we go. Home player with defensive spark. Yes. Stolen. So we're going the other way. Coach calls for a timeout. Vanessa Nygaard brings in Evina Westbrook. Yeah, I guess that looks right. I got to discard the next fac, and we're rolling against the coach. It is a 7, which is complacent, and the other team scores. Joyner Holmes got an impact point. I realized that I have not written down, I might have not put in players that came in the game. In that first game, I'm going to have to go back and relook at this recording. Joyner Holmes is going to stay. No, it's not Joyner Holmes. It's Westbrook got it. It's Westbrook. I caught it. Yeah, because Nygaard brought in the player. So 4, 5, 6, 7. It should be 7 to 5. Yeah. Ha. See, I caught my mistake. Jordan Canada, we got a timeout on the other side. Kurt Miller bringing in Carly Samuelson. I have a feeling I didn't set up these benches, but we're rolling with it. It is a 7, which is energized, and that is points for Samuelson. And Westbrook rolls out. That is points for Samuelson. Neither team has tip. We got a ref look at the visitor, and Brianna Turner gets an and 1. And our and 1 is a 9, and she hits it. And even with the and 1, we got to rotate them out. What looks to be 3 cards left here. Leap. Michaela Onyenwere. Onyenwere? Michaela Onyenwere. I don't know. We can look it up, I'm sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. Yes. So momentum's over here. Do you have pick? Nope. Gonna rotate that around. Do you got arc? Yes, with the opportunity to block. It's a 3 with power, and it is defended. Nothing happens. Big defense. No momentum. Anybody got bump? Nope. No physical play on these teams. Or little physical play. And the home player have offensive reach. Reach 4. No, and it is pushed away, and there is no scoring there. So we, at the end of the third quarter, have a 9 to 6. 9 to 6. It is 68 for the visitors plus 3. 71 to 56 plus 4 to 60. They were able to open up an 11-point gap, put 9 extra points on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They were on 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's actually a bonus point for each. So it's 10-7. I goofed again. I made the same mistake last time. 10 to 7 is 77 plus 3, which is 80. 65 plus 4, which is 69. So it's still an 11-point gap, but yeah. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So there is still an opportunity here. They're only down 11 going into the fourth quarter. Only down 11 going into the fourth quarter. I'm going to rotate out these players and see if the Los Angeles Sparks can make a push on the Phoenix Mercury. Here we go. Whoop, wrong spot. 1. Oh, we're going to unusual again. It's a 4. Any player in the visitor stack with a star. Not like that. I'm assuming visitor stack means they have to be starting. Or on the court. Because I don't... Even looking, there's nobody down there either. Otherwise, the home team scores. So that is points for Joyner Holmes. And we are now 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I missed giving somebody a point someplace. I'll have to go back and rewatch. Somebody's missing an impact point. And we rotate out. Home player with defensive power. Yes, stripped. Anybody got net? Nope. And nothing happens. Back down the court. Visitor player have defensive skill. No, when the home team scores, Jordan Canada sinks a bucket. And they are within 1 on the score track. Wow. Moira Jefferson hits the three-pointer. Does she take threes? Let's say yes. She's got arc, so let's say yes. She hits that. Wow. Moira Jefferson. Home player have defensive power. No, and the visitors score. Moira Jefferson again runs down the court and sinks another bucket. Nope, Moira stays. Lashia Clarendon goes away. Ref look. Ogumike has the star. And of course, that's the one I can't remember ever. Got my rule book. Burst means they're likely to foul. So in this case, it goes to Moira Jefferson. And we're discarding a card. It's 2 shots for Moira. That's a 9. One's good. It's a 5. They're both good. And Moira Jefferson is putting on a clinic here in the 4th quarter. But she has to rotate out. Snag. Nobody's got snag. And to our final card, visitor player with defensive reach. No, and the home team scores. So that is Nika Ogumike scores another impact point. And the final score is 12 to 10. 12 to 10. We're looking 95 for the visitor plus 5 is 100. To 87 plus 4, 91. 100 to 91. And we now have our first 2 winners. Phoenix Mercury walk away with their first victory of the season. Let's go back and check out that real life schedule. The Phoenix Mercury lost to the Los Angeles Sparks in game 1. So we are just crushing it in terms of accuracy here. But that's okay. That's why we play the game. Phoenix Mercury. Los Angeles Sparks. Come on. All right. Game number 3. And like I said, I'm going to have to go back and double check my impact points because I can't have inaccurate numbers from game 1. What do you think this is? Oh, we need 10. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Our third game is the Chicago Sky versus the Minnesota Lynx. The Sky, coached by James Wade, is starting the following 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. I'm going to double check to make sure that this is right because I get the impression it might not be. Williams, Mabry, Copper, Birch. It is. Okay. So our starting 5 for the Chicago Sky are Elizabeth Williams, Courtney Williams, Kalia Copper, Marina Mabry, and Morgan Birch. Let's take a look at this bench, since I now know that I absolutely did not set up the benches in that first game like I should have. Yeah. There's our bench. And let's get our Chicago. Goes E. Williams, Courtney Williams, Copper, Mabry, and Birch. There are our starters for the Chicago Sky. And to our Minnesota Lynx, coached by Cheryl Reeve, we are starting the following 5. I put someone down that I shouldn't have. I'm going to double check my box score to make sure that we're correct here for this one. It is Jessica Shepard, Nafisa Collier, Kayla McBride, Diamond Miller, and Rachel Banham. Those are our 5 starters. And our bench is getting set up like that. There we go. We are setting up. Oh, you know what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did not set up a Minnesota scorecard. So we got Collier, Shepard, McBride, Banham, and Diamond Miller. All right. Here we go. Oh, we need to see, are we high or low? It is a 6. We are staying on the mid-low chart. We are having high-scoring games. All right. Reset our free throw tracker. Here we go with game 3 of the inaugural night of the season. Starting off with a grab. It is underlined for Elizabeth Williams. And she gets the Chicago Sky's scoring start. Well, we need to roll against the die. I keep forgetting about the grab at the 3. Does she have power defensive? Yes. Nothing happens. I keep forgetting about the hand. And we rotate away. Ref look. We're comparing them, and it's Courtney Williams gets the look. Discard a fact, and we're rolling for Courtney. It's an 8, which is good, and a 3, which is good, and Courtney Williams hits her first 2 free throws of the season. Nope, don't need the dice right now. Oh, now we do. We'll go to unusual. Then 11, technical foul by the home team. Visiting team shoots 2 free throws. So Copper with a 9 is good. And a 2 is good. And Copper hits her first 2 free throws of the season as well. Ref look, 2 shots. It goes to the trailing team. In this case, it is the home team. So Bantam has taken 2 shots. And that is a 6, which is good. And that is a 4. Both are good. And Rachel Bantam hits 2. And we've not moved off the scoring track yet. But it is 5-2. Diamond Miller and Morgan Birch moving up the field. And Diamond Miller's got net. And there we go. Oh, wait. I did it again. It's a 3 power. Yes, there we go. We're still good. Diamond Miller gets the impact point and gets the party started. Here we go. Nope, Diamond Miller stays. Stop being distracted, Mr. Mike. All right, we got our new card is another ref look. So goes to the home team, and Diamond Miller is taken 2. The 5, which is good. And I dropped the die, which I caught, which is a 4. And Diamond Miller hits her first 2 free throws of the game. This is a low scoring affair here in the first quarter. If you're brand new here, this is the Sports Simulation Spectator, where I play NASCAR, and I play baseball, and I play golf, and I play, what else do I have up here? Soccer, and bowling, and tennis, and basically everything. And tonight we are playing the first games of the 2023 WNBA season so that I can learn about a league that I don't know anything about. So that was Miller hitting those, right? Yes, and she rotated out. Here goes Courtney Williams. Here we go. Floor cam. Visitor have offensive reach. No. Muscled out. No points. Jessica Shepard. Kalia Copper. Got a tip. Ooh, Jessica Shepard's got the tip. It's a 4. She have reach? No, she does not. And Jessica Shepard sinks a bucket. Our final card of the final half is big, which means Shepard gets the opportunity with influence. And it's a 5. She has smart. Yes, and it is defended and nothing happens. So we are finished the first quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're moving everybody up 1. It is 3-1 plus 4 each. It is Minnesota 25. Chicago 17. That's probably where my missing impact points are from moving up the chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Quarter 2. Nobody's got it, but we got a double-handed grab over here. Elizabeth Williams puts up a point. And Minnesota, ref look, nobody. So this goes to the home team and Rachel Bantam. 2 shots. That is an 8. She clanks it. That is our first missed free throw of the season. That is a 4. She makes the second. And we rotate out. Another ref look. Wowee. 2 shots to the home team. So it's Diamond Miller is taking these shots. That is a 7, which she clanks. And a 4, which is good. So Diamond Miller hits 1 and misses 1. And here comes Copper and Collier. Moving up the court. Visitor player have defensive power. No, when the home team scores. That is Nafisa Collier taking it to the rack. Time out. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nobody has subbed in yet, so I forgot to put my little chart on over here. So we got Cheryl Reeve bringing in Dorka Juhas. Juhas. All right. And where'd my die go? See, I just need to use my dice tower. Roll against the coach is a 4, which is energized, and that is points right off the bench for Dorka. Home player have defensive smart. No. Visitors score. And that is Morgan Birch putting a 1 in the hoop. And Dorka shuffles to the back. Nafisa Collier comes back. We got grab on both sides. That is an underlined grab. So Morgan Birch gets a shot. The 6 for Spark. And only offensive. And Morgan Birch puts another one in. And Collier gets sent back. Tip. Both have tip. So it goes to the home team. Jessica Shepard. To 2. Jessica Shepard hits the ball. Or hits the shot. Snag. Jessica Shepard again hits another bucket. Oh, we got to check for defense. Defensive spark, nothing for Shepard, actually. Because there was defense by Elizabeth Williams. That is a mistake on my part. Here we go. The final of the quarter. Home player have offensive power. No, boxed out and misses. And that is the end of the first half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No extra points. So we are looking at a 6-4 game. 6-4. It is 50-42. All right. So let's get our lineups set back up the way they should be. Now that... Where did I put Dorka? She's going there. And then I think these 2 Williamses are going to stay that way. Where did I put my clipboard? Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here we go. We're starting off with a coach bench or a timeout. Alana Smith is getting brought in the game. Alana Smith rolling against the coach. That is an 8, which nothing happens and everybody rotates away. So Elizabeth Williams and Jessica Shepard come back here to the front. We are in the third quarter. Home player have offensive spark, no traveling, and that is a turnover by the Lynx. Visitor with defensive smart. Yes, that is a turnover. And again, we are rotating. Visitor have defensive smart. Yes, that is a turnover. And guess what? The defense is coming to play. And Chicago Sky are not letting Minnesota do anything. Unfortunately, Chicago's not putting anything in the coop either. We're back on the unusual chart. That is a 6. Trailing team sparks a rally and moves a free space. That is Marina Mabry. Putting in a bucket. Boom. And Kayla McBride shuffles back. Welcome to the Sports Simulation Spectator, everybody. Join in for some WNBA action here on Highlight Maker Hoops. I'm Mike, and you're watching Cards of Ladies Playing Basketball. We are looking at ref look. In this case, it's to the visitor, and Marina Mabry gets herself 2 shots. That is an 8, and she clanks it. And 2 8s, and Marina Mabry misses both free throws and cannot convert and get them an advantage. Pick goes to Nafisa Collier. Nafisa Collier, I think that's how you say it. Well, Smith, we got home player with offensive spark. No, and that is a double dribble. Collier walks, dribbles twice, whichever way you want to call it. Pick. Ain't nobody got pick. And we are on our final card of the third quarter. Home player with defensive power. Yes, and it's stripped and no points again. So that is where that's where that quarter finishes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We add 9 or 10. I forget. I don't do this part often enough. If at the end of a quarter, scoring adjustment, here we go. If the team hits the cap, if there are 9 or more spaces, they each get 2 points. So let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're getting 2 points each. That puts us at 8 to 7. 8 to 7 makes it 64 plus 4, 68 to 64. In the third quarter, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this one may just go down to the wire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here we go. And we got to get rid of Dorka. We got to get rid of Courtney Williams. And we are heading into the fourth quarter with Kalia Copper and Diamond Miller starting on the front of the table. Visitor player with defensive skill. Yes, and it's underlined in the visitor's score, and that is Kalia Copper getting her first impact point of the game. We got a ref look, and that is going to Kalia Copper and her the star. Are they equal? Are they equal? I don't remember. Star and Clover are the same. It's underlined star. So they're equal to each other. And in this case, that means it goes to the home team. So we're looking at Kayla McBride with 11 and a 8. So Kayla McBride sinks both. And I realized they've probably not been moving up on here, which means my final score there on the third quarter was wrong. So it's 6 to, we're at 10 already. We're at 10 free throws from Minnesota. So McBride scores
those, and we got to discard a fact. I forgot to do that. Got a ref look for the visitor, and Marina Mabry sinks one for the and one. And the free throw shot is a 5, which sinks and is good. And Mabry has to rotate out, but puts them ahead 9-8. Morgan Birch and Nafisa Collier. That's leap, and Collier's got it. Third impact point of the game for Nafisa Collier and the Minnesota Lynx. Influence over here, we got arc. Both sides got arc, which means it goes to the home. The question is, she have 2. She's got quick. She's able to defend, and Alana Smith is able to prevent Collier from putting up another point. Bump. There's no advantage right at the moment. Both sides have bump, which means it goes to the home team again. But we're going to roll. It's a 1, and she's got the skill, and she's able to prevent. Elizabeth Williams prevents Collier from scoring. Home player with offensive reach. Yes, the home team scores. That's Dorka Juhas off the bench. I do not know how to say that name. Here, I can click on the little link here. I've got the thing up here. Juhas. Dorka Juhas from Hungary. Dorka Juhas. Got it. Juhas. Here we go. Home player with defensive skill. Yes, that's a forced miss, and nobody scores points. Juhas has 2 impact points off the bench tonight. The final card of the third quarter is there was no benefit. We got leap. Nobody's got it. And that is the end of the third quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I literally just had the rule book out. Literally. If there are 7 or more, each team gets 1 bonus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're looking at a 11-10 game. 11 to 10. 89 for the 89 for the home team. Plus their 10, it's 99. Woo! That scoring got big. That is 99. Oh no, that's the final score. That's the end of the game. I wasn't even paying attention. That is 11 plus their 10 puts them at 99 to 7 on that 86. And the Minnesota Lynx win their first game of the season. In real life, did we continue to go the opposite direction? Let's find out. In real life, the Chicago Sky won the first game of the season, 77-66. So far we are over 3 in terms of following the trajectory of real life. Here are the Lynx. Let's get them back in their pretty little sleeve. Look at this pretty little sleeve. So pretty. And here's the Chicago Sky. We'll get them back on their pretty little sleeve. And we will get this final game underway from Washington. I don't even know if they're Washington State or Washington, D.C. I'm assuming Washington, D.C. because they are red, white, and blue, and that's what we typically see. And they are the Mystics, which would be opposite the Wizards. So that's my guess. So, Coach Eric Thibault brings the following 5 starters to the field, to the court. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's our box score. Let me just double check my starters. All right, we're good. Here are the 5 starters for the Washington Mystics. Natasha Cloud, Shakira Austin, Ariel Atkins, Brittany Sykes, and Elena Deladone. I don't know what to go with these people. There's the starters. And our bench looks... This is a much deeper bench, I feel like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Than what we've seen on some of these other teams. And there's Tebow. Boom. Facing off against the New York Liberty, led by Sandy Brondello. The 5 starters for your New York Liberty. Brianna Stewart, forward. She's awesome. Look at that card. Wow. Probably can't see it. Look at that card. So good. Jonquel Jones, Courtney Vandersloot, Betnijah Laney, and Sabrina Oniescu. Let's see if I can get some of these names. Yonesu. Sabrina Yonesu. And Benijah. So it's no, you don't see the T. Benijah Laney. Anybody else here that's Jonquel? Got it. Ionesu. Stewart. Jonquel Jones. Vandersloot. Benijah Laney. There we go. There's our 5. And our bunch looks like this. There we go. Sandy Brondello. Let's shuffle this up. Oh, let's find out. Are we playing high or low? We are playing low this time. Thank goodness. Let's get on that low scoring chart. All right. The premier game of the evening. In real life, the Mystics won this game. But guess what? I don't know what's going to happen. Cards are going to tell us what happens. Oh, I missed. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We are rolling here with game 4, the final game of the opening day of the season. And I realize that I did not start my paper. So please hold. In this case, it's going, this is Washington. And it goes Austin, Atkins, Deladon, Sykes, and Cloud are the starters. And for New York, Stewart, Jones, Vandersloot, UNESCO, and then Laney. There we go, my sloppy handwriting. Let's do it, Tip off. Oh, the coach is already calling a timeout. So in comes Tiana Hawkins off the bench. Tiana Hawkins. Rolling against that coach. Boom. 3. Nothing happens. And everybody rotates away. We got another timeout and a discarded fac Immediately comes out Stephanie Dolson. She rolls against her coach. It's just Snake Eyes, energized, and Stephanie Dolson with a bench impact point to get it started. Ref look. Comparing them, the star means they're likely to foul. That means Ariel Atkins gets herself an impact point and the and one, and it's good. Ariel Atkins. Elena Deladon. Let's see, how do you say her name? Elena Deladon from Wilmington, Delaware. Visitor player with offensive skill, yes, and that is a score for Jonquel Jones. Deladon gets beat. Pick. Ain't nobody got pick. Courtney Vandersloot. Natasha Cloud. Boom. Visitor player have offensive smart. Yes. And that is a score. And Vandersloot gets her first impact points of the game. Tiana Hawkins. Home player have defensive quick. No. Visitors score again, and that is more Vandersloot than Washington knows what to do with. Ref look. In this case, it goes to the home team. That is a 6, which she clanks, and a 5, which she hits. So Shakira Austin. 1 and 1, but she misses. So she gets that. And everybody roads away. Ionescu. Sabrina Ionescu and Ariel Atkins. Final card of the quarter. Home player have offensive quick. Yes, and that is some points. And Ariel Atkins gets her second of the game. So, the end of the first quarter. Game is 4-2. 25 plus nothing. 17 plus 2. 25-19 after one quarter. I'm going to rotate that away. Rotate that away. All right. And we get 10 new cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here we go. Oh, we got to reset this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Visitor player have defensive spark. No, and the home team scores. So that's Deladon. Push. Goes to Brianna Stewart. Deladon gets bullied out of here. Influences over here. We got leap. No leap, which means the other team. Now we go to the trailing team. That is 2 shots for Brittany Sykes. It's a 5, which is good, and an 8, which is good. So Brittany Sykes hits 2. And momentum is gone. Visitor player have offensive skill. Yes, and that is points. That's a shot sunk by Dolson. 2 impact points off the bench for the New York Liberty. Ref look. And that is and one. Tiana Hawkins scores off the foul. And she takes her free throw, which is a 9, and it's good. Jonquel Jones, Shakira Austin. Boom. How about Arc? Anybody have, or does, there's no influence. No one has Arc, so that goes away. Vandersloot. Atkins. Home player have defensive quick. Yes, and it is stolen. Big. UNESCO has underlined big. Does Deladon have 4 reach? Yes, that is defended. UNESCO can't score on Deladon. Push. Both have push, which means it goes to the home squad, but we're going to check to see if she does not. So that is points for Brittany Sykes. And Benaya, I've forgotten how to say her name already. My bad. So Sykes has it, and that is a push advantage. Stewart with a 4 reach, and Brianna Stewart just stops absolutely everything. And here at the end of the half, that is the buzzer. It is 6-5 visitors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6-5 visitors. Visitors have 41. 37 plus 4. It is a tie game of 41-41 at the half. Let's get our lineups reset. Let's see. That's what I think we're going with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And actually, according to my notes here, I didn't write down one of these points. So it is actually 42-41 Washington. I need to double check my scoring sometimes. Here we go. Third quarter. Ref look to the visitor. That is Brianna Stewart taking. Oh, Brianna Stewart scores. And that is a 7. She hits the free throw. First one of the night for New York. Snag. We got an underline snag for Jonquel Jones. Impact points abound. And we got another Jonquel Jones with another underline snag. Woo! Yep. Oh, we got another snag. So it's Jones has it. She's got snag. Can Deladon stop it? It's a 5. She cannot. And Jones sinks another. She is going wild. And Washington have no answers for Jonquel Jones. Does the visitor player have offensive reach? Yes, and she scores. Whoo-wee. That is 5 straight impact points for Jonquel Jones. And we've got 5 cards left over here in the quarter. So that's got to be 2 extra points for the Washington team. But That was a crazy run. So it is 11-7. And all of a sudden, that lead, we're looking at the visitors having 74, putting up 33 points in that quarter to 57 plus 5, 62. Whoo! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here we go. Final quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're off. Visiting player have offensive power. No. Missed shot. Bump. Shakira Austin. She's got herself bump. That is points for Austin. There's still an opportunity here. They got to go on a run, though. So we got a timeout from the coach. Amanda Zahui comes in. We're discarding a fact, too. It is a 8, which is energized and off the bench. Zahui gets herself an impact point. I don't know that you say Zahui, but that's what we're going with. Home player with offensive smart. Yes, and that is some more points. Zahui sinks another bucket. And they are making a run. Coach, time out. Brondello has seen enough, and she's bringing in Kayla Thornton. That is a 6, which is energized, and that is a point for New York. Thornton comes in and scores a point, sending Zahui out of here. Unusual. It's a 7. Trailing team sparks a rally and moves one space, and that is Shakira Austin. Brianna Stewart. Ref look at the home team, and it's Shakira Austin sinks the bucket against Brianna Stewart, and her free throw is an 8, and it's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. Ooh, boy. I have to look to see. I'm going to go back a second here. Get out of here, chat. I don't care. I have to see what's going on here. I'm checking the feed. So glad that I checked the feed. So that puts them at 11, and Austin stays in. So Austin gets herself another point here. No, I already gave her the point. Here we go. We are down to the final 2 cards of this game. It is close. Visitor Visitor player with defensive spark. Yes, and it's underlined in the visitor scores. Actually, hold up. I got to do this right. Shakira Austin took the and one, so she goes away. Brianna Stewart goes away. And here comes Jonquel Jones. So that's where we should be at. Do they have defensive spark? No. The home team scores. That's Tiana Hawkins scoring her second impact point off the bench. And it is 12-12 with one card left. Boom. Home player with defensive power. Yes, and it is rebuffed. So it is 12-12 here at the end. 12-12. 89-89, but we add in extra points. 90-96. And the Washington Mystics amazingly pull off the comeback thanks to Tiana Hawkins and Shakira Austin making a push there at the very last minute of the game. It was a great defensive choice to bring in Amanda Zahui. Great decision by Coach Eric Thibault. And the Washington Mystics do not at least give me one replay of real life. What was the final score of that game? 80-64. This was 96-90. Our numbers are a little high, but that's okay. Sounds great to me. So there we've got it. We've got the first 4 games in the books. New York Liberty losing to the Washington Mystics. I'm going to get this all into my Excel spreadsheet, and we'll see when we get ourselves back on the table. If you enjoyed this, I hope you enjoyed this. This has been the WNBA on the Sports Simulation Spectator. New York Liberty losing to the Washington Mystics in the game 4. And that's where we got it. Our next scheduled games are going to be for Saturday, May 20th. We'll have the Atlanta Dream at the Dallas Wings and the Las Vegas Aces at the Seattle Storm. So, have yourself a great night. Come back, please. Subscribe. Tell me that I did things wrong. Come talk to me about the different games you'd like to see get played. I really want to get Red, White, and Blue racing back to the table and pick back up that fictional series. So yeah, that's where we're at.